Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today the topic is about data types in C. You all guys must aware of this topic since it's a basic topic in C. Even though I would like to explain very clearly in order to understand for the fresher level. What are data types? Data types are used to define a variable before to use in a program. It means if we have a variable like this example, if we have a variable a equal to 8, if it doesn't have a data type here, the compiler doesn't know where to allocate a memory for this a variable. It means every variable in a program should have a certain data type. It might be int, char or float. Here I have taken a int a equal to 8. It means variable a is having a data type of int. What are the uses of data types? Here I have written a code int main int a equal to 8. I have taken a variable 8 same as previous with the int data type. The compiler, while compiling the program, it will check for this variable. What's the data type of this variable? Suppose here, while compiling, the compiler will found the data type as int here. By seeing the int data type in the stack, it will allocate a memory of 2 bytes for the 16-bit compiler. For 32-bit compiler, the int size will be a 4 bytes. For a 16-bit compiler, it will be a 2 bytes. It means if in the stack the memory was allocated, allocation will be like this for the integer data type. Here we have an integer data type. We have created a memory of 2 bytes in the stack, and the first byte a will be allocated. In the next byte, it will be a empty. That's the main use of a data type int here. It means by compiler by seeing this data type into data type, it will allocate 2 bytes of memory for this variable, and 1 byte it will be allocated with a and other byte it will be a empty. This is the flow like a example diagram of a stack memory allocation for the 16-bit. Types of data types. We have basically three types. In that, one is basic data types. These are the fundamental data types: int, char, float and void. Derived data types, they are array, pointers, functions and reference. User defined data types, enumerations, structures and union. In this video I would like to explain only about the basic data types, and about the derived data types and user defined data types we'll be discussing in the next video since we have lack of time. Size of int data type. Integers are used to store the whole numbers. This is chat for the all integer data types. And the size. Here int or signed int will be having a 2 for a 16-bit compiler. Unsigned int will be have a size will be have a 2. It means in the stack we are allocating a 2 bytes of memory. For the short int or signed short int will be having only 1 byte. For unsigned short int will be having only 1 byte. Long int will be a memory allocated for the long int will be a 4 bytes in the stack. All the data types, the memory will be allocated in the stack if they are local. Unsigned long int also will be having a 4 bytes. Example program of int data type. Here I have written a code and I had defined a variable with the data type int. X equal to 8 having a data type int. I am printing this x variable and printing the size of this x. But suppose if you have to find the size of this data type, we can print like this: size of x. Size of x means we are printing the size of data types of a variable x. X is having a data type int, and the size of x will be a 2 bytes for the 16-bit compiler. Since the memory will be allocated for the int data type is 2 bytes in the 16-bit compiler. Yes, same I have written here. Memory occupied for a variable x in stack is 2 bytes. Since x is a int data type, int occupies 2 bytes of a 16-bit compiler. Compiler, while compiling, it will found it is x is a int data type, and it will allocate a memory in the stack with 2 bytes. Size of a char data type. Char data type does used to store the character values. Char or signed char. The size will be the memory allocated for the char will be a 1 byte, and signed char also will be a 1 byte. Specifiers. Specifiers are the important while printing these variables. For the character, it will be a percentage %C, and unsigned character also it will be a %C, and for the int, it will be a %D. Specifiers are very important while printing the variables. Example program of a char data type. Here in the main, I have written a code with open braces here, and I am using char data type and variable ch equal to c. Since it's a char, I am using a single quotes here. I am printing this character ch and printing the size of character as well here. It means the output would be first it will print as a C here, and size of character, size of ch means what is the size of variable here. Here ch variable is having a data type of a char here, then the size of character will be a 1 byte. The memory allocated for this variable in the stack, it will be a 1 byte. That 1 byte is occupied with a C. Same thing I have written here. Memory occupied for a variable ch in stack is 1 byte. Since ch is a char type, char occupies 1 byte for the 16-bit compiler. Size of a data type, float and double. See, floating data types are used to store real numbers. It means in the integer we'll be using as a 1 or 2 or something in the integer values. In the float, we can print the values like 1.2 and 3 point in the point like a real numbers. See, the size of the float will be a 4 bytes, and specifier is as a percentage f, and double will be of 8 bytes, and it will be specifier will be a lf, and long double will be a 10 bytes, and it will be a llf percentage llf. Example program of a float data type. Here I have written a code in main and open process, and I am using a float data type as well as a double data types. I am using this variable f equal to 1.3 and d equal to 2.3. Only the difference between the float and double is double occupies a more extra memory and compared to the float here. The float is 4 bytes, it will be 8 bytes. See, here I'm printing the variable f here. It means I'm printing. If you print this variable, it will be print as 1.3000. And if you print this d double value, it will print as 2.3000. And I'm printing the size of f. I would like here I'm finding the size of f variable. F is having a data type of float. What is the size of variable f here? F is having a data type float. It will be a 4 here. And what would be the size of d? The variable d is having a data type of double here. The size would be 8 bytes. That's the difference between the float and double. Void data type. Void means it doesn't return anything. This is usually used to specify the type of functions which returns nothing. See, here I am comparing the two programs here with void type and without void type. See, I have written a code int main and open braces. I'm calling this fun. It means the compilation will go here. The flow will go here, and it will enter. This function is a void type here. It means it doesn't return anything. Just I'm entering into the function. Just I'm printing this fun. How this program will execute is just it will a comparison will start here, and it will enter into fun function, and it will go here. It will print as a fun here, and it terminates. It means void means it doesn't return anything. That's the main use of a void data type. It won't return anything. See, I'm comparing the same program here with the return type. I have written a code int main. I'm using a int result. Result is a variable here. Int is a data type. I'm calling function here. It means if I'm calling function here, the return value will be stored in the result here. I'm calling a function. The comparison will be like this here. It will enter into result equal to fun here. It will call the fun function. Now fun function is a type of a int type. It's not a void. Int means it should return something here. See, I have defined a variable int a equal to 9. I'm printing a fun. It will print as a fun first here. Since I had defined a equal to 9 here, it will return a variable 9 here. The function is called from main function. Since we are calling, we are returning a to here in the main function, and 9 will be assigned to result here, and again I'm printing the result here. It means if the function having a data type of int, it has to return something. If the function is having a type of void, it doesn't want to return anything. That's the use of a void data type. Guys, I hope you all clear about this topic. If you really like this video, please subscribe to my channel.